Right after graduation, a bunch of my classmates went to get jobs in regular companies, which is fine, it's great, it's a steady job. But I said, I really want to start my own company. I really want to make something that has all these great values with it. So right after graduation, I bought the industrial knitting machine and I said, let's do this, and started out on my own. So I chose socks because socks are what's called capital-intensive manufacturing. And what this means is that the knitting machine does most of the work. If I were to choose to start off making t-shirts or underwear, this requires a lot of hand labor, and I simply can't compete right off the bat with imports from other countries. There are two major differences between an organic sock and a conventional sock. One has to do with the materials that go into that sock, and the other has to do with the process. So the materials that go into it means that the fiber has to be grown on the farm in an organic process. And then you also have to meet certain standards for your processing of those fibers, turning those fibers into a sock. Whenever possible in business, you're presented with an option. What should I do? And in my business, I always choose what's going to be better for the environment. And so that's the fibers that I choose, the energy that I use to power my machines, as well as the mailers that I send my socks out of. So when I send a package out to a customer, I want them to know a little bit about who I am, so I always try to write a little handwritten note. You just try to make it personable, because behind every product, there's a person that makes it, and I want to tell them a little bit about who I am here in Kentucky. On my bike ride, both to and from work, I get a lot of time to reflect and look back and think, oh, what am I doing, And oftentimes I think, I'm doing a good thing and I feel good about it. So I think it's very rewarding work, and that's a good end in and of itself. I always feel glad to be making something that I enjoy making and that I feel has a lot of value. And the fact that other people like to buy it is icing on the cake.